Isn't Dune this like holiday season?
It's October.
Oh, it's October?
Yeah.
It was last holiday season.
Yeah, it was supposed to be last
come out.
Christmas. Yeah,
Oh.
last December. Yep.
So I hope we to bank on a lot of money this October.
Yeah,
We're gonna go watch it, or we're gonna just rent it.
I might go sit and watch it.
Why?
I don't know, just
Free.
cause.
Is it free though?
It is if it's on HBO.
Well,
It
when
will
you pay the
be.
membership. Wait,
Yeah.
was it on theaters first, and then a week
No.
later, then it's
No,
it's the same
it's
thing
coming
as
out the
Space
same
Oh
time.
fuck yeah!
Free movie.
Free movie.
Free garbage like everything else that's been on there.
No, yeah, you're right. There hasn't been a good movie yet. Not yet.
I really think about it. No, I mean the Soderbergh movie was decent.
Which one?
Oh, you guys didn't finish it, did you? The no
We'll talk about it in a
sudden
second.
move. Oh, okay, sweet.
Fucking spoilers.
Okay.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to our OVA episode, season 1.5, I guess, because we're not finished with our background in movie.
Yeah, it's not done yet.
We
But,
thought it'd be done, but
It's not done.
this shit happens.
Well, we
Yeah.
we had a lot more moving. We had to move you. We had to move a friend, and then we had to find a table. That was the hard part.
Finding a tail was the funnest part.
And we found a $15 table.
We did $15.
Save us money after we spent $1,000 on everything else.
What? Don't tell them.
More than that.
Road, please give us more.
They're not gonna sponsor us if you say their name.
Ah, you're right.
Unnamed
unnamed brand.
Mike. Wait, do we have duct-
That isn't on the back
do
of
we have a little
the.
duct tape that we can. It's on the back. It's Pod Mike.
Yeah, I don't think that's the only brand that has that.
Everyone, we gotta talk like this from now on, guys. So
Just gotta
nice to meet you.
blur it after editing.
So we're gonna do some sound balancing. Hopefully, it's better. It sounded better. It does need a little tweaking, I think, but
It
that's
does?
just
Okay.
over time.
Yeah, I will figure
I
that
think the
out
only
as
one
we
that
progress.
needs tweaking is his.
Of course, it would be
from What it
his.
sounded like.
Of course, it would
No,
be
no, no.
used.
It's like a weird sound thingy from what it sounded like. Like it's not bad.
Uh huh.
Just sounded weird for
Like-
like a brief second.
Like what?
But we'll
This-
listen
okay,
to it
yeah,
later.
yeah, okay,
I'm not-
okay,
I'm not
okay.
going to do technical difficulties on the
We're
podcast.
having technical difficulties at the moment.
Anyway, this is Toddy Rap, or that one time I reincarnated as a podcaster, or we're just reincarnated as a podcast.
I don't know. Whichever one comes up first.
Whatever. But
You'll find us.
I'm Forrest,
I'm Bob.
I am the Ed Boy.
and we're here to take you down to the Space Jam. All right.
Did you
Oh.
write this?
Always. Okay, let me delete that joke off my phone.
Oh, it is
He
your
just
phone.
heard the song while you were in the bathroom.
Uh,
Yeah, this is my phone. This
So-
can just disappear.
So, HBO is great because, you get, I'd say 1 or 2 free movies in theaters.
Yeah.
And
it's pretty good. I mean, their interface is just pretty shitty.
yeah,
Oh, how
I
they-
agree with that. It's not the worst.
It's not
I
the
will still
worst.
say Prime is
Prime-
the
Yeah,
Prime
Amazon.
is-
Prime Video is obviously the worst.
God, it's fucking awful. But anyway,
worst. But anyway, so, from one of my childhood favorite movies,
is it
we got
really?
to see. It's a great movie, man. It's got Michael Jordan, and it's got
Bugs
Lola
Bunny?
Bunny.
Oh
It
yeah,
was-
yeah.
Start with the better one, and then you go with Bugs Bunny.
It's got Newman.
It's got Newman. I love Newman.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
It does have Bill Murray in it. Yeah.
because they're all playing golf together,
Uh-huh,
and that's
yeah.
when he gets sucked up into the hole.
That was like more interesting than what happened in number 2. But anyway,
Number 2 has some good actors. So it's got
it's
LeBron.
got LeBron James.
His sons that aren't his sons.
It's got a War Machine.
It's
I
got
don't-
War
I
It
Machine.
don't
does
know
have
his name.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Who?
Yes.
And-
War Machine.
War
and,
Machine.
I'm gonna spoil it right now. It's got our boy Michael Jordan, Michael B. Jordan.
Some would say is the best.
It was so stupid. I'm like, oh, we got Michael. I'm like, it's gonna be Michael B. Jordan. I can't wait for this stupid
Dude,
scene. And
I
it
was,
comes
I
out,
was
like,
getting so hyped. I'm
my
like, there's no
God.
way they got Michael Jordan to be in this scene. And
No,
then
of course
I
not.
saw the silhouette. I'm like, this is Michael B. Jordan. I
I'm
can
not
see it.
This is Michael B.
I was
Jordan.
not surprised at all because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, this makes sense. It's a funny joke, and they made it last as long as it did, just to slap you in the hopes.
I can appreciate that though.
I mean, I think that's an easy joke for them to pull off too,
Oh, yeah,
with like,
easily.
well, especially with who's directing
Yeah.
and stuff
He was
like
with
that.
him, right?
Yeah, because one of the directors, because there's like 3 of them. I don't remember.
14 writer.
Yeah. But well, I don't know. No, it's not the director. It's one of the writers. Because one of the writers is the guy who directed Creed and Black Panther, and stuff like that. Yeah. So obviously Michael B. Jordan's in all of those things.
Yeah. He's just friends of the group.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, oh yeah,
I'll
join
do
you.
this.
He probably
cameo
He probably
with you.
did it because he's like, I love Space Jam. I'm gonna do it. You know, it's like the people that did Star Wars. They're like, I love Star Wars. I'll be a cameo like my favorite actor,
Like Simon Pegg
Simon Pegg, where
Yeah.
he's the fat suit guy in the
episode 7.
7, yeah,
Yeah.
where he's giving out the food to the kid.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Or like Daniel Craig,
Daniel Craig's
who's
in it too, yeah.
the stormtrooper that doesn't say anything, and it
Yep.
has like the weird nunchuck kind of
Yeah.
Oh.
thing.
It's like all famous actors
Yeah.
that are playing a character that's not face visible, and you're just
Uh-huh.
like, okay.
There's quite a few of those
Oh,
in the Star Wars movies.
Just because I think who wouldn't, like, if you were said you're going to be in a Star Wars movie, would you take it?
I mean, sure, yeah, gladly. I
Get
mean,
paid nothing, but
yeah,
cool.
I don't get paid anything
You
because
know,
I didn't say anything.
I watched the movie and be like, guys, watch, my name is here. Well, let me scroll to the credits.
It's like in the block, you know, like the block of names.
I want to be the
Nice.
stormtrooper who hits his head when he walks out of the spaceship and they left it in. I want to be
That's
that guy.
so great.
Or the guy that gets sucked out of the ship.
Ooh, I want to, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be that guy.
You
You're
want
sus.
you want to
can
be
that guy.
you want to be Wilhelm Scream guy?
Ooh, that's a good one
Yeah.
too. Do I have to do the scream though? Is the question.
I don't know. Can you do
Can
the
you
Scream?
do it? Can you try right now? Dude, that was almost as good as LeBron's scream when he was falling.
Oh my god, for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just a monotone.
Oh no.
I guess we should start explaining from from the beginning how bad or how good this movie is.
This movie was a solid 12 out of 10. LeBron should get an Oscar for this movie.
So this movie starts off with
With Michael Jordan.
With Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan being a bitch. Oh wait, sorry, wrong guy.
Whoa.
Whoa, there's.
LeBron
And he
being
took
a
that
bitch.
personally.
He probably would.
LeBron being a bitch as he's like telling his kids, he's like, or no, I guess it starts off when he's younger and he's
Yeah.
like playing the Game Boy and then he's like, hey, LeBron gets to the court and he takes his Game Boy away and they lose by like one shot.
Oh, the flashback.
Yeah,
Ah,
Which
the
yeah.
he
opening.
probably scored like 52 of those
Uh-huh.
points out of 55 or something. It's like,
And he misses
Fuck
the last
you.
one. It's his fault.
yeah, he's
Uh-huh.
like,
Makes
your
sense.
head's got to be in the game from the beginning. Get these garbage games that cause violence and
Violence.
what else do they do?
Okay.
I can't remember what the
So
movie was.
so like, is the theme of this movie just like video games? Okay.
no, the theme of this movie was HBO has some good stuff. You should watch it all.
Warner
Or
Brothers.
Warner Brothers has some good stuff. You should watch it all.
Yeah, you're right. You're
That's
right.
the
You're
theme
right.
of the
That is the
movie.
It
theme. Of this.
reminded me of
Ready Player One.
Oh yeah, I
But
forgot about
better.
that.
But I think well,
Better? I don't
better.
know.
I feel like Ready Player One wasn't as like cash grabby because it wasn't all the IP from like a single company, while that single company's logo was blasted at you the entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I mean, this feels almost like Transformers levels of product
Yeah.
placement.
it was great. I kind of appreciate it.
So I mean, that is what this is Warner Brothers commercial,
Mm-hmm.
the movie.
With some plot line.
It was a get HBO Max commercial. That's what it would be.
It would. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, because
Yeah.
all those things are technically there, right?
On
Yeah.
HBO,
Like, hey,
Yeah.
buy our streaming service.
Well, because I think Warner Brothers and HBO are like teamed together.
No. Warner Brothers owns
No, then
HBO?
makes sense.
HBO.
Yeah, either or.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
that
I
makes
think
sense.
company owns HBO, which is why they're pushing all their films
Yeah. 'Cause I know one of my
through there.
people is also owned by Warner Brothers. YouTubers I watch, they
Mhm.
always talk about HBO because they're sponsored by it.
Yeah,
constantly.
because that's Warner Brothers owns,
Okay,
Man.
that
or
makes sense.
or
Wish
like
it was
or
sponsored by HBO.
or like Time Warner Cable
yeah.
is what owns it. Is if you want to go the actual company, but yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so that happens, and then it goes to the present, I guess.
Yeah.
And his son's like, I don't want to play basketball. I want to do video game basketball.
I want to make a basketball video game.
Basketball.
Yeah.
Video game. And you're like, oh, cool. That's still cool. It's in the same genre
Yeah.
that
Not
his dad
even,
should be.
It's like the two kids were practicing in their private court in their house,
Oh my
right?
God.
And obviously the older brother is more talented.
Oh,
Like,
of course,
yeah,
yeah.
come
Yeah,
play
yeah.
with me. And this fucking kid misses a layup, And LeBron is like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Like, how do you miss the easiest shot in the game?
These are the fundamentals, bro.
And then he's like, "This is what you do." And then he says, "Ball," and the ball comes out because that's a dope machine, I guess.
It is.
Oh,
It is a
Use
pretty dope. It is a
constantly.
pretty dope
Do you
machine.
think it's like connected to like Alexa or something like that?
It's gotta
Siri,
Hey Siri,
Ball.
toss the ball.
ball me.
But my favorite part, of that scene is when they did that scene, that ball like 4 times. He's like ball and hits the older brother in the face. You're like, that's a good joke.
And
then
do
the
it
ball
again.
and it hits him in the face again. You're like, haha. And then the kid was talking about, yeah, I like basketball, and then it hits him in the face the third time. You're like,
You know what it reminds me
guy.
of? Like a much better version of that joke.
what?
You ever watched that? I think it was like, is it Studio C? That Studio C video,
Oh,
the soccer one.
I love that.
Oh, with something Sterling.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
Or the volleyball version of it.
He's a
The soccer
legend.
one's so messed up.
Both of them are pretty good.
I think the soccer one's the best.
That is-
the volleyball one's okay. My favorite part's when they lift him up.
Oh.
Block the last shot. And he's like,
That is the best version of this joke. So this one is not that.
well, see, they do Studio 5 or Studio C does it like 1,000 times. They did the rule of 3. The third time it will be the funniest.
Yeah, yeah.
Guess what?
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Can they hit LeBron?
No, it only hit the
No.
kid.
So here, you know what I hate about this movie? I mean, well, it doesn't really matter. I can't really hate it because there's no one in there. There's like an actual actor other than Don Cheadle, right? So, yeah,
Well, the kids are technically actors.
Yeah, technically.
sure. But I mean, I feel like this movie has the acting of a commercial.
Well, the whole movie.
whole movie's a
I
commercial.
know, but like, it's a movie.
What was it?
I don't know, man, because the acting is just so wooden
Yeah.
from like everyone.
I will say the best parts are whenever the Looney Tunes are on.
Yeah.
They're actually really funny because, they do the Looney Tune.
They
Well,
carry the
yeah. Well, they
movie.
carry the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what would carry it even more? If the bad guy had the original bad guys.
Oh, the aliens?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
that'd
thought
been
they were
dope.
gonna bring them back.
That's what I thought
was like,
too.
bro, that would have been fucking genius.
Because, so the whole show is, I guess, the kid wants to make a video game, but Brown's like, fuck you, I
Yeah,
guess. They go to
you're gonna go to
They go to Warner
basketball
Brothers.
camp
Oh, yeah,
instead of
that too,
E3
yeah.
camp or whatever. the fuck.
E3 camp.
Does
My
E3
favorite.
actually have a summer
I don't
camp?
want to look it up because I don't care.
Part of me is curious just for, shits and
I
giggles,
feel like
but
I'm gonna be disappointed
that it doesn't exist?
that it does
Does
exist.
exist.
Oh, that it does?
yeah.
But either way, so the kid's like, "Fuck you, whatever, okay." And then they all go to Warner Brothers, like
Uh-huh.
has to do a movie deal.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I can scan you in. You don't even have to act," which would have been way better because he wouldn't have to act.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the cartoon version of him was pretty good. He's not a bad voiceover,
No.
I'd say.
No, he's not
great,
horrible.
but
It's what I mean.
The
It's the
voiceover.
same wooden acting, right? But you
Yeah.
can't see his face this time because it's
yeah,
animated.
You can't see him, he's acting.
But the
yeah.
animation makes it seem more like
It's more fun.
Yeah.
raw.
But
guess.
I think it's funny because I feel I mean, this is obviously what it's playing at, right? Where he's just like reacting to. I could bet you his ADR
Oh, yeah.
is just him watching this thing and trying to do a live reaction to it as he's watching it, and that's what it sounds like.
Anyway, so you got what is it? AI. What was his new stupid name?
Algae rhythm.
Algorithm. Yeah. And he's like, "I want you to blah blah blah," and then he's
I
like,
didn't quite get what he wanted. Like he wanted LeBron's image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted his like followers to like boost him.
Yeah. Because
Uh,
he wants to like own the internet. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
the AI wants to be famous.
Yeah.
And he was like, if he can use LeBron's image and like all of his followers and stuff, because he's supposed to be, like
The
Yeah.
king.
He's probably-
the super,
He's probably got like 1 billion followers.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Twitter or
exactly.
something like that.
Exactly. And he wants to use that as a springboard,
Yeah. So
I'm
he's like,
sure there's other people that have more followers.
basically to be like, hey, look,
whatever.
this AI does shit.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I can think, even though it's already fucking crazy that there's a sentient AI in a server system. Yeah.
I mean, even in the pitch meeting they were having, like, yeah, this was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, the AI did this.
Yeah.
It did this. It is sentient. That is scary.
I'd be like, fuck that AI. Let's just wipe it now before it gets sucked up into a Space Jam scenario.
like it's super cool, but it's creepy.
That could have been the beginning of Skynet.
Yeah,
It was.
Terminator.
it
movie.
was.
But he lost.
But he lost.
lost.
He was trying. He was trying to pull a Skynet.
Shit, LeBron saved us from fucking Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously,
Terminator.
I almost feel like. I mean, I kind of hate trying to like explain bullshittery with technology because I mean I feel like it's a really like a weak place to go to, right?
Yeah.
Because you go to the original Space Jam, it's just fucking magic. The shit just happens.
I almost prefer the blue magic. Like,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
that's
gets
what I
pulled.
like.
He gets pulled into a fucking golf hole,
Yeah.
into some other world. There's fucking aliens that want to play basketball.
Yeah, because that's like the weird thing to me. It's like, so in this one, you know, they say no, blah, blah, blah. Somehow they both end up in the server room.
Uh-huh.
That just is there.
So-
it's 'cause
so-
the kid was a big
Yeah,
little
he's being a bitch. Yeah.
Here's my question then. In this movie, do the Looney Tunes actually exist?
No.
No, they're digitized. Wait, no, they exist at the end.
Yeah,
Because
but I
they
mean,
become
like,
actual-
because you know the original movie. I mean, they exist. There's a place.
It's
You
a
know,
different dimension.
it's a different dimension.
Maybe the dimension now is.
It lives in a server.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is like, fuck you guys.
I
Put you in
can.
the server.
So what you're telling me
I can unplug you right now.
is they're Warner Brothers slaves.
They-
So is
they
everything
run-
else in that movie.
They run the servers.
Well, they were. Did you see them all
So
through the other
so the
movies?
serververse is a prison for all this microcosms of IPs.
Do you think, you know how they have DC obviously, and they mess with the timelines? Does that affect the spaceverse, or that's just like within the spaceverse, and that's only that bubble that gets affected?
Sure.
Yes. Anyway, so I get pulled in.
Yeah.
To some bullshit.
Yeah.
And then I guess AI is like, fuck your dad. We're gonna
Dad doesn't like you.
we're gonna play basketball a year away, blah, blah, blah. You can upgrade your stats with the whatever bullshit. And his dad's like, his dad has to go build a team within 24 or 48 or some bullshit
24
number.
hours.
Yeah, 24 hours. He's
24.
and he lands on Looney Tunes land. And
Because of course he does.
Because they were the rejects.
Imagine
Yeah.
if he landed somewhere else, like,
DC World.
The DC world.
or well, that or fucking
Mad Max World.
Everyone's just fucking in cars.
It's another weird ass Warner Bros. IP.
I mean,
Oh,
the
that's
edit-
20th Century Fox.
The
Never
edits
mind.
in this movie they're pretty good.
Matrix.
Yeah, that'd be a funny one.
I don't know. I did
Though. I
like.
want to see Annabelle as one of the basketball.
What if he ended up in the Conjuring?
He's like, I got some ghosts on my team. Here we go. Annabelle's gonna slam dunk from another.
I got my
dimension.
demon squad.
Dude, King Kong would have just won.
Oh yeah, just fucking smacked everyone down.
King Kong would have
Yeah.
just won.
Yeah.
King Kong and Iron Giant on your team.
Bruh.
That's all you needed,
That's
dude.
all you need.
But-
Like Superman.
Yeah.
You don't even need a
You
full
don't even need
team.
anyone else. but
And then
he's
and then and then
Superman.
you just tap into like the what's it called, the little borrowed IPs that Warner Brothers has.
Yeah.
Wait, is Watchmen HBO?
I think it
Yes.
is.
Shit.
Yeah, but you bring in Dr. Manhattan.
When you
It's
bring
o-
Dr. Manhattan's Superman and Flash, you're just like,
Well,
No, I've
I mean, it
won.
doesn't matter.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Manhattan comes. We won. Done.
Movie's over.
yeah, but this is an AI.
We won.
But it's AI Dr. Manhattan.
Oh, it's
real
not
one.
real Dr. Manhattan.
Dude, who's faster? Speedy Gonzalez,
Or the Flash?
the Roadrunner, or the Flash?
Speedy
Well-
Gonzalez. I'm just kidding.
One you can get canceled from. The other two, they're fine. So choose wisely.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Canceled.
He's
I'm actually surprised.
obviously the faster
I'm
one.
surprised they put him in this. I know he's
I'm
part
a
of the
li-
main
yeah,
cast,
yeah.
but I know they were people were complaining about it a long time ago.
Oh, yeah,
I still want
obviously.
the fucking Kiddo Taco Bell Chihuahua dog back.
Same.
Taco Bell, if you're listening to this.
It died, my dude. I'm sorry
Same.
to say that.
We're not-
I guess Gabriel Iglesias was in this movie.
oh yeah, he was Speedy
Because he
Gonzalez.
is
yeah.
Speedy Gonzalez.
I mean, if there was a white guy doing it,
I think
That might be a different story.
I think that's what the original one was. He was a
Oh,
white guy.
yeah, it was a white dude. Yeah, that's obviously part of the
That's
controversy.
probably the major controversy.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah,
voiced
but-
by the
makes
way.
sense.
That's like whatever.
He's like The Simpsons with Apu.
Yeah, yeah.
This was a white guy.
But anyway, I did like I kind of liked when they were merging together. Like they would go from universe to universe.
Those superimposed cuts they did on other IPs.
Oh my god, yeah. That was actually really well.
The Mad Max. Oof.
Those were actually
pretty good. The Matrix was funny.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It was fucking Speedy Gonzalez, fucking like
bullet time.
Bro, the one with it's Austin Powers.
Oh, that was good too.
I did not expect that. I totally forgot.
Dude, it came out of nowhere.
That one was good too.
Because to me, is this movie a kids movie? If it is,
it's PG-13.
Is it PG-13?
Yeah, it's PG-13.
That's what I would rate it as. It's not fucking it's not PG.
Because
it might just be PG.
I don't know.
Because I don't think it shows you. Because I don't think it shows you anything from those universes enough for it to really matter.
If I was a kid, I'd been like, "Oh, I really like this scene. What's it from, Dad? Let me watch Mad Max or The Matrix or something."
You can watch Mad Max.
Yeah, but how old are you gonna be?
I don't know.
Because if I'm watching this movie. It's PG, so for any age.
PG, okay.
But you have Mad Max, which is not PG.
Rick and Morty.
Dude, if it was PG-13, Rick could have said fuck.
True.
Yeah.
That would have been the one.
True.
They could have just wasted that one on Rick and Morty.
Yep.
That would have been okay. The dude does swear, but they censored him.
Oh, he does swear.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I said this movie was not a kid's movie in any way. There's
no, because it's commercial.
Too much dark stuff in it that you're like, what is this?
I don't know if dark. It's just
more with that kind of humor, though.
Yeah, but
and we're like, oh, this is a kid show. Oh, and then
I think
but we're in 2021.
I feel like because it's an advertisement, because it's an advertisement, I feel like they didn't care.
Probably not.
To a certain degree.
They were going to make money anyway, the thing is because of the name.
Like, they wouldn't care, but you think the people who rate the movie
but when you think about it, right? If you think about what this movie is, right?
Sure.
Who was it made for?
I don't know.
It was for
LeBron fans.
For 90s.
Sure. That's part of it, right?
It's for our generation.
Yeah. Because I don't think it really is for kids.
The problem is,
fucking the kids don't know who Bugs Bunny is.
That's true. But the problem is, if it's made for us, then why use LeBron?
Because that was
player.
Now,
yeah.
Now.
Because it's supposed to be that
we're in the past.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be that weird shit, right? That weird like blending thing where they're like,
so they're trying to hit the younger generation
at the same.
The older
exactly.
Okay.
I mean,
because it's like that white
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he got back in play anymore.
We can find someone that's in between him and us. Because to me, LeBron, I guess if you still
it
watch
would be
basketball,
like Kobe.
Kobe's dead.
Wait, what?
Because that probably is your in between.
That was your in between.
We have motherfucking Shaq. He's in between.
We do have Shaq.
Nobody wants another movie with Shaq.
I want another movie with Shaq.
What, you never watched like...
No, I did watch it.
But it's great.
You ever watch his GD movie?
Did you play his video game, though?
Oh,
no.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I want Shaq in the next movie.
I told you guys, right, that I had a basketball signed by Shaq?
Well, you might as well tell the story anyway.
Lost it, dude.
No, I didn't lose shit. So what happened is my mom took care of kids, right, in LA.
Yeah.
Right? So she took care of the kids of some director who directed a movie with Shaq. I think it was called Blue Chips, I want to say is the movie.
It's not Space Jam?
No, it's obviously not. It's not the Genie one either, but it's called like Blue Chips or something like that. And so she had to take care of the kid while they were having like a party, right? Like a premiere, not premiere, but like the party celebrating the film or whatever. And he was there just signing stuff. And she got a basketball. And so she tells me this, obviously, right?
Yeah.
This is like a couple of years ago, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, so what'd you do with that basketball? She's like, oh, I gave it to you guys. I'm like, you did what?
So what did you guys do with it?
Play with it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I was like 5.
My dad would have a legit heart attack if he heard this story. He would just die.
Well, I'm like, what? Like, was it because we had like a dog at the time and stuff too, right?
That's like $2,000 down the drain.
And
we could have paid for this podcast.
Exactly.
This is what happened, dude. It got deflated, thrown away. Some dude was like, look at the garbage. He's like, what the fuck is this?
He's like, I was homeless. I could afford a down payment on my house
In LA?
at the time. At the time, maybe.
No, dude. but yeah, every time when she tells me this, I'm just like, why would you do that? That has values. Like, it's a ball. It's meant to. No.
Dude, your parents could have retired about 15 years ago.
Well, probably not. I mean, he's still alive, so it's probably not.
It's probably about $2,000.
Yeah, it's probably not.
If it's
crazy.
a good autograph, if it's like a 10 authenticated.
Yeah.
It's a good vacation.
Yeah. But I always think that's funny. But yeah, we had Shaq, dude. Shaq was a big thing.
As I said,
I remember growing up over there. Obviously, Shaq and Kobe were like,
we have the thing called. What would you call it? Holograms. We could have just done fucking Kobe Bryant as a hologram background, or like all the Star Wars have been. We just have the
like Grand Moff Tarkin and fucking Rogue One.
Obvious
like Fast and Furious, was it 5?
Yeah,
with
Paul Walker. But
but
he doesn't say anything, does he?
I don't remember.
I thought he just smiles.
He just smiles
Because I've never seen that movie.
Me neither. I just see the meme.
But imagine watching a movie that's like 2 hours long and that's your main character is just that.
Bro,
it might be better than what this movie was.
I'm sure you could go through all his interviews or whatever and
Snip
clip
it.
the whole
Like
movie.
you use big brain.
Okay,
You use one of those like deep fake AIs.
Oh my god.
So you have an
So
AI make your movie with an AI as a villain.
So we're making porn is what you want to do.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's all you do with deepfakes. I've never seen it for anything else.
Well, it's a little bit to unpack there.
Pretty good ones, though.
Anyway, back to the movie.
I mean, I don't know what else, like, other than it's just an advert. Well, I think the basketball is okay. So in the original Space Jam, how much basketball is actually in that movie?
A
Like,
lot.
Is
Like
it?
quite a bit.
I feel like it's a decent amount.
I think it's a decent
Because
amount,
you have
right?
the golf, you go into the round, then some bullshit happens, and then they have to play basketball, just like this movie.
It's a good quarter of the movie, I think.
Right?
You do the
Yeah.
practicing, and then at the end,
Or like
it's
half of the movie,
pretty-
maybe?
I'd say 1/3 or
One,
Yeah, 'cause,
2/3?
They're playing normally and then they get juiced up
Yeah.
and then they get their ass kicked, but then they have Jordan juice
Yeah.
and they start kicking ass.
Jordan juice, please God. But anyway, so it's like, okay, whatever. But I hate the I know it's a video game, but the scoring system
Yeah.
is like, dude, that guy made a shot in. That's like what, half court? That's like probably like,
Yeah, sure.
That's still 3 points.
That's a
It doesn't
3-pointer, yeah.
matter. 75. You're like, what the fuck?
Style points.
Style points.
Fuck this. Ugh.
I feel like when I think if, well, let's say, because this is a sports commercial, right? Sports
No,
movie.
It's an HBO commercial.
It's an HBO
It's a
commercial,
sports
but
movie.
it disguised as a sports movie.
Yeah.
Okay, right?
What
like
if that
everybody.
game actually exists and
I
it's
bet
just
you
a
it does.
commercial for that game?
I bet you that game's on your
the
phone
game is
right now.
ass, dude. Fucking dumb ball.
Well,
Dom
it's
is the name of
just
the kid.
it's just the worst. It's just the worst case. It's just the worst 2K, right?
It's like no, there's a 2K, but it's like street ball.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
That was fun because it was like, what's it called? You had all that fighting and
Yeah,
all
you
the
have
weird
like
stuff.
street rules or whatever.
I
Well,
think.
this one, I don't know
Oh.
what the fuck it is.
Well, so here's one of the things, right? And I feel like this is something that's necessary for sports movies, in general, right?
Another thing.
Or sports anime is another one that
Uh.
goes into this. Anything involving sports, right? Your primary pusher for drama normally is the game, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, right? Because competitiveness and all this stuff, right? Is the game. So when the game doesn't have any rules, there's no like tension, there's no drama being built because it's just bullshit.
The only
It
tension,
was bullshit.
the only
Yeah.
tension in the game was, look, we're losing by 1,000 points.
But it's all bullshit.
Well, because I guess the main conflict, it was the kid wanted to do what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And
Which makes
LeBron
sense.
is
Yeah, it
like,
makes sense.
hey,
LeBron
you have
made
to
an
do
ass.
the fundamentals. If you don't have the fundamentals down, then you're just a shitty player.
Well, he
or
just wanted
whatever.
his kid to play basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
But he was also when he was coaching the Looney Tunes, he was like fundamentals, win games or whatever, and they're obviously losing by 1,000 points.
He's like, look, I can make 2 points in.
yeah.
See, what
the
I thought-
fundamentals.
Before they did the bullshit point system, I thought what was going to happen was I thought the kid would win Well, I thought the kid would win the whole thing. Like, even if he switched sides, that he was going to get the last point. But I thought he was going to do because it starts off with him teaching left, right, back, you shoot, and you make it in.
Bro, no. When the shit crashes and his character gets deleted.
Oh my. We're going back to the beginning.
Can we talk about the wonky technology in this movie? Like,
where
none of it works the way it's supposed to work.
It glitches and your character gets deleted.
You know what it fucking reminds me of?
Okay, what?
I'm in.
No, see, it does make sense. Because if you work on something and it crashes, it would get deleted. All this kid's been doing for a whole week is working on the one thing.
Yeah, sure.
And he forgot to save for the whole week. And then it deleted. He's like the ballsiest creator.
Your software auto-saves every now and then.
Dude, he's got some like funky software.
Yeah, like what is he using? I mean, okay, so all right, so I'm looking at this thing, right?
I also like the 20+ error screens that show
up. His screen fucking gets doxed when he glitches. Because it's supposed to show whatever it is. What's super funny though is obviously that's not what the kids saw on the screen, right? Because there's nothing there. That's what they post afterwards. And like, what makes you think that's how that works?
As like editors that probably deal with that, they should understand that maybe you get 1 or 2, not like 30 on every corner of your damn screen.
Let's fucking spam it.
Maybe he was like fucking holding shift,
or his phone that like scans everything.
Oh my!
And I'm like, I don't think there's something that exists that does.
See, I don't think that's bad.
You can scan buildings.
I think that's future technology.
Sure,
would work. I think that's fine.
Yeah,
because he's just like, whatever.
I mean, I guess using lasers and stuff, and it just shows the lasers.
Thing's a little crazy.
Well, that's what it would use.
It makes a 3D model on the spot though.
Or it'd have to take a shot of every angle, like how you do the 3D cameras that make models of yourself.
Yeah,
you'd have to be.
But you would have to have a full
50 or 20 or whatever.
It's like because that's what they did in the Matrix.
Oh yeah, that's true.
For bullet time and stuff. Yeah. For a lot of like the movement slow motion shots, that's what they did. They just set up a shit ton of cameras. And,
that's a great idea.
Oh yeah, it just doesn't work that way.
See, it would have been better if the Matrix, they had lasers that just scanned him in, and they could have just tilted the bullshit camera like that, like in the game.
Like in the game, duh.
I don't know. I said that's not too bad. There's some just dumb shit.
There's just wonky stuff, dude.
And then you had the AI server room that was like, I don't know. Do you think it's really that big for their servers?
It's probably pretty big, but I don't look like that.
All the RGBs going off because no one's gonna be in there. Hopefully, unless something really goes.
You know how loud those rooms are too. Well, look at like the IT room where we're working at. You go into the main IT room at a fucking high school we're working at. You walk in there and all you hear is.
What? I can't hear you.
You can't hear anything
over the server rack.
And because it needs that cooling because it's just stupid hot in there.
That room was fucking huge though.
Yeah, but anyway,
and
technology's stupid.
And then they like capture a lot of people from the world into the server.
Oh, yeah, the teleportation's kind of bullshit too, but but it's this movie, right?
That's a movie thing.
I
know. What I'd argue that's fine.
That was
it's
like
fine,
the beginning
but
of SAO.
SOA.
That's
my favorite. Sword
online,
ass online.
Because if they didn't win the game, then they all get fucking trapped in there.
I didn't think it was a great concept with them going through the phone. Like that's your ticket to watch it. It's like, oh, he tweeted something, and I should live stream it because.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Normal. You'll watch it.
I think
I would.
It would be more realistic if their body was still there, but their mind was just like scanned out into the phone.
Yeah.
And then.
But Space Jam, motherfucker got sucked through a fucking golf ball.
See, but it was. I mean, it's fine, but I kind of liked it when it wasn't like technology did this.
Yeah, to me that's fine.
It's whatever.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Is it technology or golf hole?
I like the golf hole.
It's more funny.
Yeah.
But technology makes more sense, I would argue.
I guess.
Because who Who's going to be? You get like 10 people max.
I mean,
if you're doing golf holes.
you have a basketball player playing with the Looney Tunes. I feel like if you're gonna go suspension of disbelief, I think you
It's
want to
already
go
gone.
balls to the wall.
I think it's fine.
I don't.
What would you do? Golf holes for 10 billion people?
Fuck yeah, dude.
You're sucking in like how many people do you think were there? 1 million easily. How many followers does he have? 10.
Sure.
But it wasn't everyone. I don't think.
No, it was just a
Probably
lot
enough.
of people.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, how many people watch every Twitch stream that someone posts?
Yeah, I mean that agent didn't get sucked in.
Yeah. Well, that was just because the phone didn't want
That
to
was the most useless character in this whole movie.
I forgot about
Yeah,
most of
he was
him.
pretty. He was pretty
Because
useless.
he had like the one comedy spot where he's like, I can't find them. Oh, no.
Oh, he's talking about the security
Oh,
guard.
Yeah.
Security guy was funnier than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said. That was like the only funny moment between him and anything else.
But War Machine roasting LeBron the whole time was pretty
It
great.
was pretty great.
I'm like, he deserves this. I don't hate LeBron. I just don't care about basketball. So, but I don't know. When they got the team together and they started playing, you know,
was
I did like
fine.
when they played and towards the, I guess it was because they got their asses slapped.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
first-
obviously.
The second half when they're just
Yeah,
like,
and then
okay, you gotta get to
the
get
usual
two now
Space
or whatever.
Jam.
Yeah.
And then they started Looney Tuning out. I'm like, this is pretty funny.
And they somehow made 1,000.
Well, the first they got like 250 in the beginning because they were down by 1,000.
Oh, that's
and,
right.
And then Notorious Pig came out to rap to us for
Good
the,
The
Lord.
Notorious Pig, he rapped for 300 points.
Yeah, dude.
it was
Worth.
just from his name. I'd give him 300
Yep.
points. His rap was probably like 1 point,
I
But
don't know,
the
it
name.
was pretty
It was a
decent.
good
It was
Yeah,
okay.
it's decent.
but the name is funny.
The Notorious Pig. Good Lord.
I sat down like this is the best joke of the movie right here.
No, that was another one that I laughed pretty hard at, but I don't remember what happened.
And the Roadrunner was okay when he got sucked up in the ball machine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying
With
to think of-
Coyote.
Yeah.
That's how they got 1,000 points.
Oh yeah,
With the
they
Coyote
got
ball
like
machine.
500 or something, some
Yeah.
ridiculous amount. Because everyone scored points enough to get like a decent amount.
Dude, Lola didn't do anything, and that was their star player.
No, Lola did something.
What'd she do?
She failed at becoming an Amazon to save a human being, and then she got like 5 points.
I
the whole
thought
game.
she became one
She
anyway.
became an Amazon.
Yeah, but she failed the test.
Oh, she failed the test. Yeah, you're right. She ran
and
out of
then
time.
became the Amazon because like it doesn't matter. You didn't pass the test, but you saved their lives.
That's
It's
more
like-
important.
They were like, nah, fuck those guys. We wouldn't even have this movie if those people died.
Oh, boy.
But
This
yeah, because
movie.
Lola, because she was their best player because she knew how to play
Yeah,
basketball.
yeah, yeah.
She didn't do shit. She didn't score.
No, she scored.
scored.
She scored all the normal. She did the fundamentals. Everybody else did the fun shit.
They nerfed my girl so bad, dude.
Yeah, they nerfed her
I was waiting for like a sexual awakening again, and it didn't. Nah.
Well, you knew it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
We already knew this was.
But I was hoping like they would do like a Sonic kind of thing, and like they bait you and like
No.
we actually
I was
did
waiting
it.
for the big debate was when they went from 2D to 3D.
Oh, yeah.
I thought when they're like, I'm going to fix you, I'm like, here it comes.
Nope.
And then they 3D'd her. I'm like, my furry side that I don't have is just depressed.
This is depressed.
It's just the
My inner furry is sad.
He's gonna go see that Netflix show. What's it called?
Oh, is it on Netflix?
Which
It's-
one?
It's
The
like,
anime.
oh, that
No,
one.
he's-
Oh,
yeah, he's talking about Beastars.
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 I was thinking you were talking about the blind date one.
What?
The one I sent you the picture of. It's people go on blind dates,
Okay.
and you know when you go on a blind date, you still see each other, but they put
Yeah.
makeup on as your favorite animal. So it's like prosthetics.
You didn't send me this shit.
Yeah, I sent you the picture of the guy.
Is
as
this like a TLC show?
I
This
think
sounds
so.
like a TLC show.
I sent you the guy. He looks like a freaking dolphin.
This sounds like the kind of shit that you love.
Yeah, that's what I
Sounds fucking great. But
Blind.
like,
You're gonna watch it.
I might hit on Netflix.
I don't know. Date with
I feel like I would remember this picture, but I don't.
Maybe he didn't send it to you.
Maybe he thought about it.
No,
and
I
he-
sent it to him because he replied to it. He's like, "What the fuck?" Sexy beast, is that right? Or is this just the porn? Yeah,
Or is this a porn?
Oh yeah, okay, I remember now.
yeah. Look at that.
Look at this shit, dude. It's fucking nightmare fuel.
That's freaky, dude.
I guess they're all like their favorite animals.
Oh god, oh, so
This is like-
cringy, my dude.
It's like a horror movie.
Yeah, it's called Sexy Beasts.
Are you gonna put like pictures here?
I'd rather not. I don't want less viewers because of it. It is on Netflix. But I don't know when or if it's gonna be here or not.
I guess we'll see.
But
Anyway.
Oh boy.
I don't remember what we were talking
About
about.
Lola.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they
How
nerfed
they
her.
nerfed her. Yeah.
The 3. Did you like them 3D or 2D? But
I didn't really
prefer them
care
2D.
for them. I prefer the 2D animation.
I preferred the 2D. When they went to 3D, I thought it was a little
It was
more
it was
awkward in my
whatever. It was
mind.
just weird.
yeah, because I just like them because as 2D, it almost went the Sonic feel where they had that like
It's the Uncanny Valley, dude.
texture to them. I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want texture. I want a fucking like smooth ass animated character.
What was the main purpose of the bad guys in the original? Like they just wanted to play basketball?
Didn't they want to take like the Looney Tunes world or something like that?
I think so.
They wanted to like conquer it or some things, and basketball was
Something
just
like
their
that,
like
yeah.
way
Well,
of
like,
doing
Oh,
it.
because I think they watched Jordan play or something or something like that.
I
I
feel
can't
like
remember.
you care about what they're trying to do or whatever.
I cared as a kid.
Well, I
Yeah.
remember I liked the bad guys in the other one. This one, they're just
Yeah.
basketball players that they had to reskin.
Yeah.
I didn't like
They
that.
combine it with
And
an
it's not the
animal.
actual basketball players too,
No.
because it's the kid took like 3D models of the players
Yep.
and then superimposed his like game mechanics on
Yeah.
them, and then they just took those and like anamorphed them.
Yep. That's basically what. They jammed Animorphs and Space Jam together.
And that's what they are, because so they're not even technically the player.
yeah.
They're just like carbon copies
Yeah.
that's been digital, had digital fuckery done on them.
That's true.
Digital fuckery.
Yeah, dude.
Because like in this, like I just didn't care about the motivation. Like I understand, like oh no, they're gonna delete everyone or
I didn't even
everyone's gonna be
care.
stuck
I was
here.
like,
I'm like,
yeah, whatever.
It's
Okay.
like, okay, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the end, it's almost like it depends on how you feel about like the motivation of the villain.
I think in the end it doesn't even matter.
I didn't even like the villain. I like the actor. I think he
Yeah.
was pretty good for his role, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
This
I
is
mean,
more
of
because
like-
that's always a thing too, right? Like if you don't care for the motivation of whoever's pushing, whoever's the protagonist of
I just
that
don't feel like
story.
they pushed the motivation enough or made it
No.
like more clear. Because as I said, I understood that he wanted to be powerful and known. But
Yeah,
that's it.
Well, it's
there
more
was
like-
no reason like you wanted to kind of root for him because
No.
of it. It's just like, oh, why don't
well,
I give a
because
shit?
he's like he wanted to be famous,
yeah,
and then the rest of it was just being petty.
yeah,
Because that's really what it is. It's like he wanted to be famous. He wanted to do this thing. I have this idea. LeBron says no. And then the villain's like, well, I'm going to be a petty motherfucker for the rest of this movie.
I'm gonna kidnap his son.
Yep.
To force him to give me his image or whatever.
yep.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's whatever. It's like,
I didn't care for it.
But anyway, so they all get shit on. They shit on the other way, and I'm like, oh, they're down by 2 points, one shot, whatever. And he's like, I guess the main bad guy he uses his AI powers, which he should have just done from the beginning and said, he should have done the Dr. Manhattan. I won. Okay, game's
the
over. GG.
Ozymandias
Yeah.
thing. It's like, oh, yeah, I turned the Doomsday device
Yeah.
15 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, they did score, and then he's just like, "Nah, you didn't."
Well, you can tell because like the ball was still in the net, like it didn't fully go through, and I'm like, motherfucker's just gonna pull the ball out. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they did that, and the kid's like, the kid I guess joined the other side.
Yeah,
already,
yeah.
And he's like, we're gonna do this. We gotta glitch out the thing so we can use our basketball powers and make the last shot with our fundamentals.
Oh, I know. They're like, "Oh my God, Dad, I love you. I want to go play with you or whatever." Or how we're gonna beat this guy if he cheats? And then somehow LeBron was like, "Remember you gaming? How he glitched?
I think the kid said
We're
that.
gonna glitch."
Yeah,
You
And
know,
then
you know what would have been funny?
LeBron.
If it didn't glitch.
It just ends with like the basket he shoots it, and it's like.
He
oh,
finds out
okay.
that's not what glitched. The kid
Yeah.
actually has really shitty, like,
Coding.
really shitty coding.
Dude, it would have been better. LeBron takes the shot and he misses just like he did at the beginning when he was a kid.
Ooh,
And
that
they
would have been
lose.
spicy. No, what should have happened, if you want like a decent story, you redeem the kid by making the last shot.
Yeah, no, that's a little
And
better.
he
I do
did.
like that.
What you do is like the kid goes up for the shot and he goes for slam dunk and he's about to miss it, but his arm stretches and he makes it in. That would have been a great ending.
That would have been great.
Or like I hated also like trying to make the kid like the bad guy kind of.
He wasn't even like a bad guy.
Not really.
He was a guy who didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Because he was getting abused by the
Both
adults.
sides. Because they're like, we're going to use him to score or to delete everyone. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
The AI straight up stole his software.
Yeah.
Or the scanning shit or whatever.
He pulled a China on him.
He did.
My favorite part is like, okay, you can upgrade your stats to 100. So he's 100. And then they make their own team.
Yeah.
But they're not at 100.
Why wouldn't you do that?
I would have just made everyone 100.
Why wouldn't you just stack the game in the favor? Why wouldn't you just code it so every score they make is yours?
Some bullshit like that.
Like, I mean, if you're already gonna go balls to the wall with like the weirdness anyway.
Well, I think it's fine because you have to have the suspense of both teams scoring.
Oh sure.
But at least make the other team like God tier too. It's like, oh man, I'm God tier, but this other player, he's like a 90. He's like an 87.
I hated that I just never got hyped in that game. Like, oh, they're down by 2 points. Like, I feel like I should have cared. Like, oh my God, they're gonna score the last basket. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, LeBron, yeah, you do, yeah, just jump.
My favorite, he goes for the slam dunk and he's being like held down so he can't make it. And the kid's like, I got this. He throws out the fucking bullshit. Throws up the booster to him.
Dude,
booster.
I thought he was gonna jump and like they're gonna try to rip off Michael Jordan's.
Well, that's what I said. That's how a better ending would have been.
Or I thought he was just gonna like, oh, I can't reach. I'm gonna pass it to my son. And
that's what I was. That's what I thought.
But nah. That's not gonna happen with LeBron in there. He's got to make the last shot. He's got to make the last one.
He makes every shot.
Selfish.
What would have been cool though?
He didn't even make half those points. He made like 6.
He made his fundamental points. Him and Lola in the back doing fundamentals, while the rest of the team's like, dude, I'm crazy.
Coyote was MVP. He made 1,000 points.
Coyote scored more than LeBron.
He did.
Coyote is number 1.
Coyote number 1.
Coyote and Roadrunner.
Oh, I did like the rewind or whatever the slow motion robot dude. That was like bullshit. When he fucking puts the Roadrunner and ties him up in front of Coyote, and he's like, it's like the slow motion.
He's just like, thank you.
About time.
I thought that was the funniest because the slow motion part was so great for her. He's like, oh.
He's like, yes.
GG, dinner's free.
Yeah. They win.
Obviously.
The AI just disappears.
He turned into a poster.
Oh yeah, he got posterized. I called that from the beginning of the movie when they fucking did it like 6 times in a row. I'm like, that's the last shot. They're gonna posterize this motherfucker. So fucking stupid.
I didn't know how he's the master AI. How can he not get out of the poster?
Because he glitched. They glitched him, dude. They input the Konami code and they're like, fuck your couch.
Bootleg Konami code.
Yep.
Left, right, forward, A.
That sounds like a cheat.
You know how much better it would be if it actually was the Konami code.
That would have been fun. I like how Bugs also did it early on. Like, you normally go for the shot.
Yeah.
That's what glitched the game. He went for the shot and it glitched. Bugs is like, I'm like halfway down the court. I'm just going to do it so I can glitch out and pass it to the guy.
Oh, yeah. And then he almost dies.
Well, he does die. He becomes a star in the space, and then he comes back.
He becomes God.
Yeah,
he becomes God.
Well, in my mind, what happened is he got deleted. And remember they said 1 week later?
Uh-huh.
They just reprogrammed him back in.
They just reboot the AI, dude.
Rebooted the space verse.
Yeah.
They haven't saved in a week, so they had to reboot.
It was like the Warner verse or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Yep.
They just rebooted it, dude. No big deal.
But then
no biggie.
It wasn't even a week because that Saturday was the.
It was a week.
It says 1 week later.
What?
Yeah.
So 1 week later, and you see him back, and you're like, okay. And the kid's, he's like, oh, we're going to basketball camp. And the kid's like, I don't know where we are.
Did you just call it bastard ball camp?
Yes, sure. We'll say that. I said basketball camp, but that's fine. I like it. So we're going to basketball camp, and we're going to like it. And the kid's like, okay, we'll go to basketball camp. And they're like, where are we?
I just imagine like Jon Snow and the battle of the bastards, and they're playing basketball.
Space Jam. Dude, brought him in a better Space Jam. He was in the movie.
Dude.
He was already in the movie. You just grab him from the dragon and throw him into the game.
HBO, hire us and we'll write you movies.
We'll write you Space Jam 3.
Game of Thrones edition.
We'll have Game of Thrones and fucking Shaquille O'Neal as our main leads.
And The Matrix.
Oh, dude, Jon Snow's the bad guy.
Oh.
And Shaquille O'Neal's the good guy.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal gets reincarnated into Game of Thrones.
And they're playing basketball, but they have to play on the wall while defending the...
From the White Walkers?
From the White Walkers.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Some would argue maybe better than what this film was.
Anyway, it ends with him going to E3 camp because he didn't know where the fuck he was, I guess.
This kid didn't notice the E3 campus or whatever. It's like, yeah, I want a basketball
I think the
camp,
E3 camp was where E3 is. Like, I'm pretty sure that was the
You think
LA
they were, like,
Center.
Is
right
that
next to it?
that does kind of look like the
I thought it
convention
was
center?
LA Center.
Like, how do you... Yeah, this basketball camp is going to be at the LA Convention Center. Why wouldn't it be?
We're going to put the court in the middle of fucking nowhere. We're going to build the whole floor for it.
They might. I mean, that's not... I mean, Staples Center is right next to the convention center.
I guess, but you kind of know which way you're walking down the street normally.
Uh-huh.
You know, you have to park.
Maybe he's doing both at the same time. It's like daytime he goes basketball,
So-
nighttime he does E3.
This high-tech kid doesn't know how to use a GPS.
Maybe he just never leaves the house.
He
He
does-
doesn't know where anything
He
is.
doesn't know where this E3 camp was?
Dude, if this genius 12-year-old that can make a game, why does he need the E3 gaming camp?
I think it's more to promote. At
Yeah.
this point, he's like,
It's
fuck you guys, your
it's
shit.
it's
Here's
about
my game.
it's about networking, Bob.
Oh my god, his dad is LeBron James, dude. Why does he need the network?
Like, and he's
because
like, "Ah."
because LeBron James. Oh, I was gonna say something. Is technologically not in a good place. There we go. There we go. I fixed it. Safe.
Not canceled.
I don't think I wrote anything for this movie. I just watched it. I think, in my mind, like Space Jam, the original.
Uh-huh.
This is just off of nostalgia, like a 9. I don't know for you guys.
The first one?
The first one, yeah, dude.
If
Yeah,
I were
you
to rewatch it, like, I don't know, but...
You got Michael Jordan. You have an original song they wrote for the movie. There's no original song for this movie. If there is,
There
it was
might
ass.
be. I just
I
didn't care
don't-
for it.
Yeah,
I didn't like the soundtrack.
soundtrack was soundtrack. Was just,
it's
ripping
traditional. I am going. Well, this movie is urban, so I'm gonna put hip hop.
off. Yeah, which is fine.
Which is, it's
basketball,
normal.
whatever.
That's what you expect. But there's nothing about it that really like stood out.
It's very forgettable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I would have thought they would have put like more popular songs because like you think they had the money for it. But I feel like I just didn't know any of them, even though I don't listen to it as much as I did. But
Well, it was probably all made for it, right? But I mean, I feel like
it was made for it.
I feel like a fair amount of it
I
was.
feel like it was all just
Because especially like with the people involved, I mean, if you think about it, if you think about other movies with this like I guess team of people,
yeah.
you look at things like how Creed or how Black Panther was, where people made music
Yeah.
for that thing, right? And I feel like some of this might have been in that same vein.
Yeah, but I almost don't consider like background music as music that counts, if that makes sense. Like as made, because like to me, like a soundtrack that I would think of would be like popular songs, like fucking Taylor Swift is singing fucking.
No, obviously,
whatever.
because that is a way to do that.
Yeah.
I
If
mean-
it's just background music that works with the scene, to me that's not mentally tailor made. Like
they
it's not
overplayed
like
the Harry Potter soundtrack.
oh, they fucking way overplayed it. To me, what I consider like making a soundtrack, like making your own song.
Yeah.
Like legit make a theme song, like the Space Jam is.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that's a legit
yeah,
theme
no, I
song.
didn't have anything like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I would.
Yeah, I didn't
consider,
have
like,
anything
Did
like
play
that.
that song.
for like a half a second.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
boop, boop, boop. Like, oh, I hit the wrong movie, guys. Sorry.
I hit the wrong button on the soundboard. My bad.
Last movie.
My bad.
But that's the only issue I had was they didn't make like a catchy song for this movie.
Yeah, I mean, that is a product of its time, though.
Okay.
Obviously, I mean, that was always normally done in that age, right?
I just thought they would have done it because they're
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to. I mean, this movie is already a giant advertisement anyway, right? Why not go? Why
Make a
not?
fucking
Why?
song
Yeah,
for it. That's
exactly.
free money. But I'm gonna say it. It's a 3.
Space Jam 2?
Yeah.
I would say it's like a 2.
You think it's a 2?
2.5, just to be fair.
I think it's so we're like 2.7 or 3. Fuck, what would that be? What's an average out for that?
Okay, so I guess it depends, right?
Calculator, my dude.
Let's put my criteria. As an advertisement, it's probably a 6. But as a
as
movie,
advertisement, it's like
a 6 or a 7. It's a pretty good advertisement.
Well, some of
We'll say it was like 7. We'll say a 7 as an advertisement, which it basically is.
If they made that video game, it would have been like a 9.
Okay, so
But the video game is not real. So
the only good thing about this movie for me is the animation
animation,
Yes.
is great.
special effects.
Sure,
Ooh,
which
sure.
goes one in the same.
Yeah.
But I feel to me,
So-
it's just the animation and anything the Looney Tunes did, I thought was really.
So the production team.
Yeah.
Production, 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
The
Everyone
editing-
else, garbage.
the editing wasn't bad.
It wasn't horrible. I mean, it's standard,
That's
right,
why-
for what
that's
it
why
is.
In my mind, it's a 3 because I feel like I got enough enjoyment whenever the Looney Tunes were on that I could mind blank the rest of this movie.
Yeah, I get that. I can
But
get
that's
that.
a 2 or 3. It's still almost the same as garbage.
Yeah, it's
dumpster
just
fire.
not good.
But
LeBron wasn't as bad as I thought he was going to be. Pretty deep.
He was just LeBron.
He was just LeBron. It's
he was,
fine.
he was a guy that
He's
they
playing
found-
himself.
Yeah, he was a guy. It's like you find a guy on the street and you're
Yeah.
like, "Can you act in this?" It's like, "What's the script?" I'll just be
Oh,
you.
that's right. I just remember the joke where he gets really little. He's like, "Man, I'm short as giving up."
Oh yeah, that was
yeah,
good.
that shit was
That's
funny.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah. But I mean, I will put him next to like The Rock, Kevin Hart's actors.
No, obviously
They just
not.
fucking
No.
just
Well,
play-
that's because the other two have so much more charisma.
yeah, but like we'll put it in the same category because they just play themselves.
Oh yeah,
They don't have a lot of
outward.
no,
obviously.
variety. I guess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Other than that, 2.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't watch it if it wasn't for nostalgia.
True, which is probably what they're banking on, which is why they made this movie an
Just a
advertisement anyway.
2.5.
Is it 2.5?
Yeah, I forgot. Yours would round it out to back to 2.5. Yeah.
Nice.
Is that what it is at?
No, that's what we would.
Oh.
That's
round
our
it out.
average. 2.5.
That's our average.
Oh.
Here, I'll look it up. I think,
Oh, what
I
is
think I
what
saw
is
it for half a second
what is
and I
it? It's
blanked
probably okay. We got to hedge our bets, right? Hedge our bets right now.
I
What do
already kinda saw it, so I know
what
the
do
area.
we think it is, Bob?
What do you want it
Okay, hold on.
from?
Audience.
Okay,
It's probably at 90%.
we're gonna go.
You
well,
think so?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Rotten Tomatoes because it's the easiest that I can grab both from.
Oh, yeah, audience and
Yeah.
okay. So critic score
Critic score?
5.
I agree, 5.
Yeah,
I'll
so
call
like
it-
a 50.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
50.
Okay.
Okay.
Audience? 90%.
No, I want to say it's like
87.
80.
Okay.
It's between 70 and 80 is where I would put it.
Mine's 85 to 90.
Okay. So which one do you want? I'll give you the audience score. 81.
Fuck.
It's-
81.
yeah, okay.
And so, what did you guys say for the?
We said like
critics?
50.
50.
50.
50.
Yeah, 5. Whatever.
32. This is the first time I think the critics.
So
gotten
I'm
it
so
right.
I'm a I mean I already knew that, but
I'm a critic.
I'm a critic. Look at me.
I agree with the
Witness me. That was another thing. It was great
critics.
with Wiley.
With Wiley Coyote.
Witness me.
Well, he sprays it and then he pulls out the sign and you're like, this is good. This is good. Because Wiley
It's probably
the
those
Roadrunner
stupid
was
moments
super
why
bad.
it's an 81% audience score.
Well, I
That's
told
also
you.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the jokes with them in it.
Yeah.
But the rest of the movie can go fuck itself easily. But yeah, that's my review for that.
Like the whole middle of the movie, fantastic. The beginning, ass. The end,
So
ass.
ass.
Anytime there
so
wasn't
is this the opposite of Mortal Kombat? Where the beginning and the end are great and the middle is ass?
ah shit.
This is like that slot that fits right in the middle.
That's when you watch the beginning of Mortal Kombat, then you slide this movie in, and then you reach the end.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Maybe we just slam both of those movies together and we shoot ourselves.
Just line it up.
Anyway, there was one other movie that two of us saw and one of us just dropped in the beginning. Was a
No Sudden Move.
No Sudden Move.
Which also has Don Cheadle.
It does, yeah.
This is Don Cheadle episode.
Damn, I gotta rename it. But so I don't think we're gonna talk about it too much.
No.
It's a very short movie. Oh, it's long. But
It felt long as shit to me. I didn't finish it, but it felt long as hell, dude.
It was an okay.
Oh, I didn't feel like it was too bad.
Yeah,
but
it's a movie up your alley.
Yeah.
Garbage. But I don't know.
Pretty good, I guess.
I thought it started off really slow, and then
It is a very slow.
picked up for about 2 minutes, and then it went slow again, and then it picked up, and then went slow again, and then the ending.
Yeah.
So,
It was fine. I mean, and the movie is a slow burn. It's like that slow gangster film. I mean, I
think there's some really good parts in this movie.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of just
I would have
boring.
enjoyed it more if I wasn't trying to watch it while I was working. I was like, I have to pay attention, but then it felt so long, and I'm just like, I don't need this. Oh, wait, what happened?
I feel like it's one of those movies you don't have to either pay attention either, because there's no like hidden things in it. In my mind, it's all pretty up front.
Yeah.
It's one of those like they wanted to make it like almost like I guess it was a gangster movie.
Yeah.
But there's so much going on with like 4 different sets of people. You're like, because I thought the cops were like almost another mob gang at one point.
They basically are.
Yeah,
That's.
but no
I mean, they're in the.
Fact.
Yeah, because they're in the pocket of big.
the mob,
biggest
big
gang in
corporation.
America.
Big corporation. Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought there was just a lot of stuff that wasn't needed.
How would you rate it?
I thought it was like. For me, it was like a 7.5. I enjoyed it.
Pretty average.
It's like I sat there and like fully.
I sat there and watched it too.
Yeah.
I don't think I had anything going on that day. So
And I mean,
so in me, if I put it between a 7 and a 7.5.
yeah.
But then the ending came, and I gave it a 6.
Oh, really?
The ending is so bad. I think it's one of the worst endings in any movie I've seen.
Spoil it.
So the ending is, so they're trying to get money because they're stealing blueprints from GE or G or
General Motors,
General
basically,
Motors,
yeah.
or GM, sorry. And they get the stuff, and then this black gang goes after this one guy. Like, they take him, and they're like, oh, you're going to take the money? They're like, no. So they take him away. So it leaves his or I guess his friend? I don't know.
Co-conspirator.
The other guy, and he gets all the money.
Uh-huh.
So he leaves, and he goes to his girlfriend, their wife, and they're like, oh, we're rich, blah, blah, blah. They go to the middle of nowhere. She shoots him in the head. She has all the money. She gets pulled over. They take the money back. The money's now back in the place. Now, the black guy is with his
Old mob boss.
His old mob boss, because he came out of jail.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, we're going to kill you, blah, blah, blah. They meet the police or the mob, whatever you want to call them. And they're like, oh, here, we'll give you money. We'll kill him. Then you can come find the body. And you'll be promoted or whatever again. And they're like, okay, sure, I'll take the money now. And they leave.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's like, okay, cool, whatever. And then they bring the black guy all the way, or Don Cheadle all the way back to Kansas City, I think is where it ends.
No, that's where so they just take him to another part in there.
Oh, I thought they drove him all
no,
the way.
no, they didn't drive him all the way.
interesting.
They just went to like because I think it's like in Detroit, right, where it takes
it's
place.
something like
I
that.
think they just drove him to like the Bay.
Yeah.
And that's where
they give him like $5. They're like,
they give him $5,000.
yeah, because they're like, you've been in jail for a long time. You had $5,000
Well,
in there.
I think a thing you don't like fully notice is they still made money.
Oh yeah, they made tons of money.
Because there's that other guy that went in to buy it, and I think
Yeah.
they took his money, and they only give a portion of that to the cops, and they kept the rest. So they still ended up with like
I don't know.
a shit ton of money.
To me, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. All I want is my $5,000 back because like they made interest or some bullshit on his money. I'm just like, oh cool, whatever. And they're like, okay, well you're free. And I'm like, that's the end of it. You're either not gonna kill him or he's not gonna have a shit ton of money. It just ends there. That's how it ends.
You felt like blue balled?
Yeah, I got blue balled. I'm like, either just kill everyone off with a big mass shooting, or have them escape with a shit ton of money. It was just like watching a heist movie where nothing happened at the end.
True.
It was like, because all that happened is the one guy died, and now the Don Cheadle is
he's just free, I guess. He's got $5,000.
You're like, okay, it's a long movie for nothing to happen.
It's true.
So I think this movie ending is really bad. The rest of the movie is not bad.
Yeah, the rest of it's fine.
I did not like some of the shots though. I didn't like when they tilted the camera for certain parts. I just didn't think it was needed.
I mean, that's just extraneous, just style
Like
stuff.
I understand in certain shots, but I just didn't feel like it was needed in those shots.
Yeah. I mean, I do like all the actors and stuff in this movie and everything they do. I love the return of Brendan Fraser.
We're A-listers, bro.
The return of Brendan Fraser is great.
I thought the middle was really funny when they were going around trying to get the like.
Everyone's trying to fuck each other. Yeah.
Where is it? And they're just like robbing everyone. I thought the masks were stupid.
Oh yeah.
They have like. Imagine an old burglar mask.
Like domino masks.
Tied. It was so stupid. It was bad, but it was funny.
Wallace dies.
Yeah.
Of course he dies.
He died like instantly. I'm like, okay. Because I must have blanked out in that moment. How does the first guy die?
Don Cheadle shoots him.
Why?
Because he was going to shoot the family, yeah.
And he just was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Don Cheadle basically was just like, nah, this ain't worth it because I just got out and stuff. This is supposed to be a clean job. So he shoots the guy. Yeah. And then he goes to David Harbour and he's like, you shot the guy.
Because I feel like I must have looked down for half a second. All I saw, I looked up and the guy was dead. I was like, did someone shoot him outside? Did he shoot himself?
No, Don Cheadle shoots him. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
There's like so many like weird twists and turns that this movie kind of does.
That's why in my mind it was Unusual Suspects, where they were like, we want all these twists and turns.
Yeah.
But they lead nowhere.
I mean,
there's twists and turns that led in a straight line.
What's weird to me, right? Is like the way this movie is framed, and then the way this movie ends. Yes. Right? Not just like Don Cheadle leaving. Yeah. Because there's that poster card at the end with like notes.
Which I thought was cool.
Which is cool. And I feel like that's supposed to be the point of the movie that it's trying to lead up to. And I don't know if that was super clear.
It wasn't. For me, at least.
No, same. Like, when that came up, I'm like, so this movie's about this. But there's nothing that really suggests that's what this movie was going to be about, other than, like, the little snippets and, surprise.
When that popped up, I thought it was just cool that they're like, oh, this is... like what would have happened or what did happen.
What did happen? Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's cool history.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I didn't know that was the main.
I feel like if that was framed at the beginning as well, I'd be like, okay, it's. I think it gives it a different feel. Yeah. Because then you already know. Then I don't feel like the ending is as horrible. Yeah. Because you already know, corporate bullshit. Bring down the little guy. Yeah. I mean, the ending I don't feel as horrible about. It's almost like, well, this guy didn't die, right? but I feel like it's just weird how that's framed out.
Yeah, because I almost thought like, I don't know, when they were trying to find, I guess when they gave him the money at first, it was like $3,000. They started with to watch the family while they get the poster, and then the middleman would have made like 30,000, then the one above that would have made like 100,000. So he just fucking bypasses everyone, goes to the main guy, and gives him the thing for like 300,000.
Yeah, he went to surprise Matt Damon. Yeah, because this is a Soderbergh movie, so there has to be a surprise Matt Damon.
He's like, "How did you find me?" Blah blah blah. He's like, and then he doesn't really tell him anything, and you're just like, "Okay." It's like, I know what happened, I guess. I don't know. I said there's some good moments in this film, which I think saved it from being really bad. But I think the ending really hindered it for me.
It's not great.
Because I said the twists and turns that you're talking about, that ending was like 30,000 twists and turns to end at the same spot
where it starts. Yeah.
Which sometimes it's okay.
Which I guess for a lot of those like gangster films, that kind of is how it works too, a little bit, right? Where the character, especially. The older you get, right? Because like if you go into older like heist films and stuff, there's this is government mandated. This is necessarily artistic perspective, but there is very much an idea of like the main characters never come out winning in the end fully, right? So and I feel like this taps into a little bit of that. I know Soderbergh really loves those movies, which is what influenced his Ocean films. Yeah. So it's whatever's. It wasn't. I didn't think it was amazing. It was just kind of like, it just happened.
I thought it could have been better. But even how it ended, I don't think I could have done something like mentally. Right now, I can't think of anything better to end it. I just thought it was
because I feel like him
ending.
dying. I feel like is a bit of a cop out as well. It's just everybody died and whatever. I mean, which makes sense to a certain degree.
Like, oh, okay,
yeah.
And I probably would have liked it more. I don't even know if it would have helped it.
I don't know. That's why I said I don't know. It's like I enjoyed the film, and then the ending came, and I was like, oh, so this is how this ends. Yeah. Okay, whatever.
That's what I think that, like if the movie just kept going on until the end of time, maybe it would have been a better film.
It becomes it just turns into like a 3-hour Scorsese epic or whatever.
No, please. Everything but that.
Yeah, what would have happened was they would have let him free, and then the last hour had been him trying to get a boat to get to the other side of fucking Detroit. You were like, okay, way better. But
it was fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It was fine. I just really hated the ending.
Yeah, good film.
I won't watch it. I don't think I'll like it. Maybe.
Maybe pay attention.
Yeah, he might like it. I don't know.
I said the whole thing's fine. It's the last
time.
20 minutes that really hinders it for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, that's understandable. I get that.
You have any news?
News?
No.
I don't think so.
I take that as a no.
No news.
Let's see, I got pictures.
No news.
No, we didn't talk about that, so never mind. Nope.
No news this week. So that wraps up our episode for today. Our recap.
Our
OVA.
It's an OVA.
Season 1 OVA.
It's our end of season special.
We'll probably have season 1.75 next week when we try to get everything right, and then 1.9.
That's the recap episode.
Yeah, and then we'll have two. I feel like
these are just patches. They're like in games, this is just the patches before like a new full big patch comes out.
We were alpha, now we're beta, and then whatever's
full release
soon, hopefully.
Always in alpha.
Well, for all the podcast listeners that are on Spotify or basically anywhere else, this is a brand new episode because they can't see the background that isn't finished.
Oh, it's true.
But hopefully they'll notice the better sound.
So you'll have better sound
between this and the other one. The other ones maybe that are there.
The one.
Oh, the one. Okay.
Two.
Oh, okay. There's two.
This will be the third one on there.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I really want to dig through the other ones because I have to download them. So. A lot of them have bad sound quality.
A lot of them do. And hopefully this sounded a lot better. I guess we'll find out.
I'll listen to it and see if I want to blow my eardrums out.
We'll find out later.
But if you want to check us out, we're on almost every podcasting service.
Everything but what?
iTunes.
We're on the Spotify. We're on the Google Play. We're on the what else? We're on the Breaker.
Pocket Cast.
Pocket Cast. Are we on Apple though?
We're not on Apple. That's the only one because I have to send it in.
Oh.
So I have to find a way to do it. I was reading how to do it, so I'm going to do that probably this week.
Soon on Apple.
I don't know if there's a way to look at it, but
also support these guys' art. They make stickers.
Instagram or in descriptions. And then
Etsy
shop is up there.
Yeah,
or in the description.
Buy their shit.
I think I have a Twitter now. I don't know if we have a Twitter. Yeah.
Well, I guess the podcast does.
No, I have a Twitter.
Oh, you have one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Podcast is a Twitter. Yeah. One day we'll use it. One day we'll also use the Instagram.
We use the Instagram, I guess.
Yeah, every week when we post the screenshot. But hopefully you like the new design, or hopefully if you're listening, hopefully you like the sound.
Yeah, hopefully it's good.
But, well, see you next week for I don't know what's coming, but we'll see.
We'll figure it out.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.